Independent RX Forum is sponsored by Wellgistics Health. Welcome to Independent RX Forum with the National Community Pharmacists Association, America's leading advocate and business education provider for independent community pharmacists. Independent RX Forum is powered by RX Connection.
Hello and welcome to Independent RX Forum. I'm your host, John Beckner, and I'm joined by my co-host, Ed Cohen.
Well, John, thank you for having me today, and we're looking forward to our conversation with our guests, another round of robust pharmacy conversation.
Speaking of our guest, our previous guest was Dean Casey Abwana from the VCU School of Pharmacy, and we decided to follow up Casey's interview with two of his students. We were joined by Deese and Trey Kincaid. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you so much.
So I understand this is your first NCPA meeting.
Yes, sir. It is.
So tell us, I know you're maybe a day and a half in. Tell us about your experience so far.
So I've never been here before, obviously, and I didn't know what to expect whatsoever. I was just trying to keep an open mind. I will say y'all have outdone yourselves. It's been a very pleasant surprise all the way around. It's been very educational, insightful, entrepreneurial, and I've had a good time. It's been fun as well. Very amusing, to say the least.
So define amusing.
Well, for example, the general session earlier was very entertaining. I laughed the whole time. So
they were really good, weren't they?
Great. Yeah, that was a nice touch.
Yeah. So what educational sessions have you been to so far? I know we've got a pretty robust student programming for convention. What have you been to that you really enjoyed?
So as far as the student goes, student programming, it's been mostly finance, business stuff, which makes a lot of sense. Generation or aspect of independent pharmacy. Though I personally enjoyed the clinical stuff. My favorite so far has been the drug-induced nutrient depletion lecture. I of course can't remember her name, but the lecture was fantastic. I enjoyed that a lot. It's going to be applicable, and I'll definitely be able to apply that in the community.
It is really pertinent, too, because we had just gotten out of our diabetes exam. So going in, hearing about metformin depletion of different vitamins. Right up the alley. We were better.
A lot of the most popular and common drugs today in community. I mean, there is a increased level of understanding today of how the long-term effects of how these certain vitamins and essential compounds in your body are being depleted by these drugs. And as community pharmacists, it is our duty and responsibility to be able to address that. And I learned a lot yesterday. It's still my favorite.
Excellent. Can I level set for just a second, take us 2 steps backwards? Your P2s, and have you attended any other meetings, professional meetings, besides coming here first time for NCPA?
No, sir, I had not. So I attended, it was National Pharmacists Month last year at the APHA headquarters, which was a really nice experience. Doesn't really compare to this though. In a lot of ways, I think it was like a 6-hour event at the APHA headquarters, and this is a 3-day event plus some. It's been a really good experience. Kind of glad I came.
Well, we're glad to have you volunteer.
Well, we're glad you did. I understand there are 5 students from VCU, so was that 4? 5. Yeah. So obviously, KC did a very good job of, I guess, quote unquote, encouraging you all to come.
He gave some pretty good encouragement where it was needed, I will admit. It's kind of hard to take a step back from academics and say, okay, there's more to this than just, hitting books day in, day out, making sure you get good grades on exams. But to say there's an actual professional aspect to this, there are organizations out there to actually help us prepare for what we're going to be getting into.
So did you all have a chance? You've been here since
Friday night,
12:45 in the morning.
So, yeah, I know you got in pretty late because the person you rode with woke me up. So, but anyway, did you have an opportunity to attend the business plan competition?
Yes,
just the afternoon.
I did. It was really interesting seeing the presentations and seeing all that goes into it. there's a lot of work and a lot of expertise that goes into developing those kinds of pre-CTEs.
Right.
Something that stuck out to me was the kind of recurrent bringing up of compounding GLPs, which was, I mean, obviously it's a hot topic issue right now, but
Very relevant right now. Yeah.
I was incredibly impressed with the presentation skills.
So do you know who won? Did you hear? I personally don't. Yeah.
there's Texas.
Texas won. Yeah. So I think all three of them are very good. I actually talked with the dean in the previous interview about working with NCPA to have that program at VCU.
Yeah, that'd be a great thing for us, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah, but it's a really good program. The students seem to enjoy it. Great student participation here. So, being that you're second year students, hopefully your experience will be such that you'll want to come back next year.
Oh, outside to school and scream from the roofs. Yeah, I need to get on over here.
Yeah,
It's really underspoken just how great these things actually are, and the hesitancy to get kind of engaged with these kinds of things just because of the workload the school has.
Yes.
It's a high barrier, but when you get over that barrier, the rewards are, I mean, you can look out the window right there, astronomical.
School worked with us, though. They were encouraging for us. Yeah, they did. I mean, as far as schedule goes, they're going to be flexible, and they definitely incentivized us to come and supported it all the way.
Absolutely.
Now, does this, prior to your coming here, has your focus been community practice? Or it's a different area of practice? And after being here at midpoint, have we influenced your decision to community practice?
I think my answer for this is probably going to be a lot less interesting than Brett's. I want to hear what he's going to say to this. So,
I came into school wanting to do research, though. I'm starting to really like patient interaction and clinical complexity. I'm currently an intern at Kroger, so I work in community. I love it. I love what I do. I love making an impact. It's tangible. It's very fulfilling. To an extent, I might be leaning more toward hospital maybe, but I have so much in front of me right now. Like, I almost barely have a seat at the table to decide what I want to do at the moment. But I really enjoy personalized medicine, compounding, and helping people. So community, does fit, checks all those boxes. So I'm trying to keep, cards on the table, my mind open to things. So we'll see how that goes. I love independent pharmacy. I love the entrepreneurial aspect. I'm not sure I have that grit in me, but we'll see. I'm trying to develop that personally. But yeah, I think community pharmacy is important and very intriguing to me. So maybe we'll see.
You'll probably get a clearer picture as you move along in your professional journey. So,
a hospital rotation this year, so that will either encourage me or discourage me. We'll see.
Yeah, Mr. Biff. Well, just real quick, not to plug anything, but you're mentioning developing business acumen. There's a great thing happening at this organization, that business proposal, the business.
Maybe next year. At least I'm not.
Yeah. But for me, I had a lot of experience in independent pharmacy. Started when I was in high school with Tommy Thompson. And, looking back, the ability to actually spend time with patients, to have those conversations, to make those connections, have that community around you that you simultaneously support and they support you. That's this kind of exchange you don't really get anywhere else.
yeah.
So I'm kind of, cards on the table. I'm open to alternatives, but at the moment, that's kind of like, all right, that's where I'm headed.
Yeah. One thing I'll mention, I know Tommy. Tommy's a good friend of mine, and the esteem to which Tommy's held by the members of his community probably has had a positive impact on you.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely, seeds planted in right places, I think.
Yeah. So good that you've had that kind of experience.
I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah.
So you're talking across the table from two gentlemen that have spent their entire career focused on community practice. I think it was on my 16th birthday. I got a phone call from the corner drugstore inviting me to come to work there, and I never left. And it's been a number of years, and I hit hair like yours when I started. And you can see it.
I can picture that.
I have a picture on my phone, as a matter of fact, but I've never I've done things that I never envisioned. I've had opportunities that I didn't even know I would be able to realize in a community practice environment. And I would never look back and never would change it.
Serendipitous phone call. Great.
Amazing.
I got a similar story to that, actually. I was taking a dual enrollment course with my community college for my technician's license in Virginia. And there was an email sent out by my professor saying, "Oh yeah, there's a pharmacy in the area looking for technicians." And I brought it downstairs. I showed it to my dad. He's like, "Cool, where is it?" I was like, "It's down the road." He's like, "You're gonna walk, right?" And that was kind of the end of it. I walked in, asked for the wrong person by name, and they handed me an application all the same, and I've been there ever since.
Excellent.
I had a similar experience. I grew up in a small town in Southwest Virginia, and I worked one summer at the local independent community pharmacy. And I was definitely influenced by this gentleman, and the fact that he was held in such high esteem in his community, a great relationship with the doctor. They were on a first name basis, and they regularly collaborated on therapy. And he certainly did a good job of taking care of my family over the years. So that certainly had a huge influence. I think Ed and I would both be remiss if we didn't talk about the importance of being involved and engaged with a professional association, whether it's NCPA, APHA, ASHP, your local state association, BPHA. That experience is invaluable. And obviously your dean and your preceptors have encouraged the importance of that kind of professional involvement.
And I will encourage you also to think about ways just to be connected. So right now you're both looking in the same pins you're wearing from the same fraternity. I would imagine you're very involved and you spend some time with the organization. When you graduate, you'll have jobs and families and obligations and a lot of distractions from being involved in a professional organization. So it's going to be a conscious effort that you're going to need to make to incorporate this into your professional life and make it a part of your professional life. It's very, very important. Even if it's just signing up and joining the state association and just supporting them by paying dues every year and being connected. You don't have to be the guy on the front lines right away, but you really need to support them. And then when the time is right for your career or your life and balancing that work-life balance, then you get involved. Because I'll tell you from my experience, it was halfway through my career when I finally got involved in different organizations. Because the first half, there was no need or role in my mind. There was always a need and role. But I ignored that for the first half. And then the second half, I made up for it in spades. Because I devoted a lot of time and effort in my career to supporting not only this organization, but APHA and others.
Yeah, but I think it's a lot easier if you get involved from the get-go. As soon as you begin practice, it's a lot easier to stay involved.
Yes.
I kind of took the same path as Ed. I didn't get really involved until a number of years after I graduated. But one thing I haven't asked you about, have you been on the exhibit floor yet?
We made a run down one aisle. I'm excited. That's where I'm going right after this. It's an intellectual playground. Everything. He got distracted. We came in here for food. Stop and talk for 20 minutes immediately. So that's definitely going to be. I'm going to start at one corner and just work.
Well, I think you've got the rest of the afternoon, so I think you can get down all the aisles.
And you can do it again tomorrow. So whatever you missed today, you could fill it in. And don't ever. I'm preaching to the choir, and I'm sure you two are not shy at all. But ask all the questions you want to ask down there because this is your intellectual playground. So have some fun with that.
Yeah, I definitely will. Yeah, I'm not sure. What I'm missing just yet, but I will definitely make use of my time.
Excellent.
Very good. Well, we thank you both for coming on with our podcast. I hope your experience the rest of the time here has been as good as the first part, and really appreciate you attending NCPA this year.
And the best of luck to you as you continue your journey to becoming pharmacists.